Huang Longshi didn't leave any wife or children, only his games. We now have 107 of them. And a book that he wrote. This book. It's called Yi-Kuo. Yi-Kuo. Yi is the ancient Chinese name of the game of Go. And Kuo means collection. So this is like the Go encyclopedia. And I bought this book when I was in China. And unfortunately, it's almost not available in the Western world. You can't find it in English, you can't download it, so the only way you can actually get it is probably get it in China. And even there, it's not very common. The book contains some of the advice that Huang Longshi gives at the beginning of the book. And some of the advice actually is that you should build as much thickness as possible, and whoever has more thickness will win the game. And this is exactly what Huang Longshi did in his games, if you remember. And another advice is that you should always fight for the initiative. You should always fight for sente. And this is exactly what the computers are telling us right now. After this, there are a few games that Huang Longshi made himself, but they have no commentary, so it's hard to learn anything from them. And after this, the most exciting part, there are 361 problems, endgame problems, that Huang Longshi composed. Those are exquisite, very hard to solve, but unfortunately in the book, they all have solutions marked right on the problems. So if you want to solve them, you need someone else to set them up on the board for you. And otherwise, you just can't even give it a try. So we will try to transcribe them all into HDF and make a digital collection of these problems for you. And in this course, I will show you some of the most beautiful problems that I found in these books, in these 2 volumes, and we'll solve them together. I will try to divide it into 2 parts. The first one should be solvable for most Q players, I hope, and the problems are a little easier. And then the second part will be definitely aimed for dumb players, because the problems are just phenomenally difficult. So let's take a look at those problems. This first problem should be solvable for almost everyone. White to play. Black seems to have some weaknesses, so where is the Tsuji that will reduce Black's territory? I hope nobody suggested to play this simple endgame for White. In this case, Black would be really happy. Black could extend. If White pushes, Black would extend again. Can't do this. Now there's Atari. But after this, Black keeps most of the territory. The Tsuji here is the usual clamp. We clamp here and ask Black how he's going to continue. If Black wants to keep the territory, then another Tsuji, we attach like this. And Black can't keep everything. If Black defends here, White pushes, and Black has to give something up and allow White a connection. In this position, White still has a single stone that is left mysteriously inside Black's territory. And as you might have guessed, that stone still has some aji. White to play. How should White use the aji of the stone? Black has a good shape in the center. You can't cut this. If White tries to push like this, Black will connect. There is no cut. White pushes here, Black connects. But first, White can play a Tsuji. Asking Black how Black will respond to this. And it doesn't matter what Black does after this, White will get some profit. If Black connects here, now White can cut. And these 4 stones are cut off. If Black defends here, now this is sente. And here. And all of the Black stones are cut off. If Black doesn't want to sacrifice the 4 stones, Black loses everything. The Black stones seem to be all connected here, having captured the 4 White stones. But what if I told you that White can actually save those 4 stones in the endgame? White can't just push outside here. Playing this is not going to work. White blocks, and the White stones are still captured. But maybe you know about this tsuji. White can descend, and this threatens the 3 black stones. If black fills a liberty, white will throw in. Black takes, Atari, and black can't connect. Black will be captured. So here black has to respond and defend the stones. But even after this, these white stones are still not alive. Pushing outside still doesn't work. If white cuts, black captures. The only move that works here is this kosumi first. And after black responds, now we can push. And cut. Black fills the liberty, and this is a seki. The problems are becoming more challenging, and the next couple of problems are for stronger Q players. White to play here, and white would like to get something in this corner. Of course, capturing this stone is not enough for white. Black will give it up, and black is happy. Black keeps most of the territory. So what's the biggest profit that white can get in this corner? Black seems to have so many cutting points here, white can cut here. And now black just can't save everything. If black plays this Atari, white descends, and these stones die. But how about this? Atari, white extends, black connects. Can white really save these two now? White will bend, black needs to connect. And now, it seems like the capturing race is good for black here, but white point, hane, and after this Atari, white can connect, and the corner is dead. But wait, how about this move for black? What if black bends here, trying to live in the corner, and now how can white escape? Well, this move is sente. Black has to live. And next, and I hope you found this tsuji, white plays here, and this is a double attack. If black defends here, white will capture the 2 stones. And if black defends like this, or like this, then white can start the ko. And this is a success for white. And the last problem in this lesson is really quite challenging. White to play and save the single stone inside of black's territory. The first move is easy, but it's important what happens after it. Try to read carefully. White plays a diagonal move, like this, which is typical in this sort of position. Of course, black can't capture it in a straightforward way. White will block, and the black stones are captured. So black will probably Atari, and now white crawls to the outside, black captures, and white escapes. And black can't chase white because white has a stone here. So black has no choice. Black is not alive here. Now black has 2 eyes, but this Atari, and black can't connect, which means that white will capture the 5 stones. What if black wants to resist here and try to really keep white inside? Black pushes like this. Now white crawls. Black will crawl, and white will crawl. It's funny. If at any point black tries to stop white, then white blocks, and black is captured. So black crawls again, the same. The block is impossible, so black tries to push outside, white blocks. Trying to push outside, white blocks. White seems so weak here, the shape is weak. Atari. And yet, everything just works like a miracle. White descends, and there's nothing black can do. By the way, you can also watch these lessons on our platform, gomagic.org. Except there, you'll watch them with interactive quizzes right within the lessons and practical exercises right after them.
And if you enjoy watching these Go videos and you don't want to miss others like this one, go smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and this is Go Magic.